Hey, hey.
All right, there we go. We got the dab prod going. I can start this shit off right. Well, I get a chance to roll up a joint here. Here's Weed Nerd to see there, brother. Dag's in the house. We got Dr. LeMay kicking it in there, and in there nice and early as always. Cheers, brother. Hope you're doing well. How's everyone doing? G-Bay is just freaking doing a little bit of last minute stuff there. And so I'll fucking keep y'all amused with wonderful awesomeness, I guess, for the next few minutes or so. Um, Miserable day at work today. So pissing rain is one of those. You get up in the morning, you're waiting to you're getting ready to go to work. I open the door, let the cat out, and you just hear the tink, 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 tink of rain all over the place. It's like shit. It's really harder to get excited about going to work, knowing that the odds are you're going to be soaking wet and miserable for pretty much all day. You bring a raincoat and a few extra pairs of clothing, like extra set of chaps and stuff, so you can swap those out midday and stuff. And it wasn't horrible. We definitely had a lot wetter, soggier days, but yeah, it is what it is. What do you do? I was certainly excited to come home and smoke a joint after all that. But here's actually another really cool one. Working with a new foreman who he's a young guy that just recently certified. And he's gotten for his crew truck, he was actually given our old general foreman's old pickup. Our foreman's got himself a new one. So he gets the old one, and this thing comes with heated seats and shit like that. So jumping in that truck at the end of the day when you've got a little bit of chill running up your spine because you've been kind of cold, it's a miserable, shitty day, and then being able to, get the worst of the wet gear off down to a reasonably dry shirt and all that, and then sit back and have that warm there. It was nice. There's a lot of times on days like that where you don't get that hour and a half ride home because we're working a ways out of sitting there in that warm. And a lot of times you'd be maybe in the back seat where there's not much heat blowing back there, and you're just like, if you're friggin' lucky, you might still have a friggin' dry hoodie or something like that you were able to save from the wetness of the day that you can throw that on. But no, not a bad day at all. Or not a bad day. Young foreman, I like working with this guy too. He's one of those guys, young fella. He's like, he started with us, I want to say about a year and a half ago. And as soon as he came in, he was doing like everything right. He's young, about 24 right now. I think he said about turned 25. Works like a bastard. Just a fucking demon out there working real hard. And super nice and very respectful. Like just an all around rad dude. He was just recently married. I think that was last fall. They were quick about it too. They got engaged, and it seemed like maybe 3-4 months later they were married. I was like, holy fuck, usually someone gets married, it's like, maybe a year later or something like that. If you get engaged like in the summer, okay, let's maybe get married next summer sort of thing. No, they're quick on it. Now they're expecting their first kid here in September, I think he said. So that's really exciting for them.
Don't do it.
One of those people that I really, truly enjoy having around, appreciate working with, and is just, I think very highly of him. So to see him young, doing all the stuff right in life, and here's to his new family going on. What's up, G-Bay?
Oh, not much. Just getting myself sat down here. How is everyone tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be kicking back and relax.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's good feeling. If I could successfully put this joint together, we'll see.
Good luck.
Should be
Sometimes
good.
it's harder than you think.
Well, and man, like my hands got really cold and wet today, and when they get that really cold, kind of deep down to the bone cold, oftentimes I have really hard times with my fingers for a couple days afterwards. And It appears that today is kind of no different, but not as bad as it could have been, say, if it was older.
Yes. There we go, folks.
Turn the corner. Nope. We're on a Nova. Cheers. Great to see you. Sweet Johnny, my man. Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Sir Hunt a lot. Great to see you. Caveman, cheers, brother. Who else? Am I missing anybody? I sure hope not. I like to say hi to everyone. Jeff Rowe, great to see you, brother. What you smoking on? What's everyone smoking? I was smoking on Sheldon Estes. Great to see you. Lobster, cheers, brother. I hope you're doing well. Lobster, I'm not even going to ask what you're smoking. I already know. But it's not a bad thing, right? We know you're smoking on some Cup Winner. Does anyone else do that when they go to light a joint, like whether it's inside or a cigarette if you're a smoker? Inside, outside, whether there's breeze or no breeze, cup the flame, help keep it from going out. You know,
it's kind of like muscle memory, I guess.
That's what I think. I figure just one of those reflex actions where more often than not, if I'm smoking a joint, odds are I'm probably outside. And there's almost always certain to be guaranteed a win. So yeah, if I figure you're probably 100% right on that.
And you're just like, oh, do without even thinking. So I had to kill a male last night.
That's good.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
One of the Ghost Beach times, great poolies.
Okay. Okay. Did it trigger autoflower on its own?
No. Just showing some balls.
Okay.
You know, like when they just get those little fucking just straight up in the little crotch area. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I can tell it's got dog all over it and shit. You can't really tell. I won't focus on it probably. But.
Can't see it.
Yeah, in that little crotch area, there's these little forming male parts. Bye.
Yep, absolutely heard it. Cheers, Big Word. Hope you're doing well, brother.
No time for none of that shit in my life.
Big Word's a cupper.
Oh, coffee out of the new mug. Check this bad boy out. It's a banger of a coffee mug right there.
That's badass.
Yeah. Winners better calm the fuck down with their fucking mug sales right at the fucking cash register. Gets me
How many are you up to now? Do you even have
I got 20 of the fucking thing. I got lost. My mom's giving me shit.
Like, to be honest, like, so I basically have two mugs that I use. But because I like a specific size. That standard, you can go to the dollar size fucking cylinder, fucking like that. But mine have cool pictures on them. But we got a whole bunch of them in the cupboard that I'd gladly get rid of just if we could buy cooler ones. Because like the ones I got are, just like you got some sweet ones there that are fucking very cool. There's like I got some ones that are just cool in different ways, right? But the problem is, I think my old lady actually collects coffee mugs and uses all the ones that I would gladly get rid of, just so I could buy it'd be pretty sweet to have like a Slayer coffee mug, for example. or if I could have another Pantera one. I used to have a really sweet Pantera one that got probably broken because that's what happens with coffee mugs over time.
No.
You know, that'd be pretty sweet.
Classic wake and bake one that's got the pipe built into it.
It's tempting. I've thought about buying it, but like when I think about it, odds are I'll use it like the one time, maybe twice. Use the first time just because I'm using it, and then use it again maybe the next day or later that first day to see what you really think of it. And then I'd probably be like, no, back to my freaking normal coffee mug because I'm just weird like that.
Yeah, it's stinking like pipe and ruining all your shit.
You know, well, I don't know if it would do that. I just like my mugs that I got. It would be a good one to have. Like, I feel like one day Ash and I'll be able to fucking upgrade from this place into a place that's got some room. And I feel like we could have a china cabinet full of like bongs and shit like that instead of like china. Like, fuck, man. I was like, what do people put in china cabinets? Like, fuck, I actually went there for a second. But you know, but we're awesomer than friggin' old people that collect fucking plates they don't ever use. So, you know, we'll have a fucking big thing full of bongs and pipes that we don't ever use. But at least they'll be there to look for us to look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always wanted a nice glass cabinet, but I think I'm getting out of it. Like, honestly, I got some reevaluating to do, and I don't know if cannabis culture is coming with it. Sad to say, but maybe putting the whole thing on the shelf for a bit.
Well, it's unfortunately sometimes life gets in the way.
I'll still, be enjoying joints on my back deck, but just the fire has been quelched. It's just I don't know, man. Not that I don't think I'll become a purchaser of mainstream cannabis, but I don't know. Something's changing. I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable, man. You're at a fucked up place in life right now.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where it'd be really nice to just fast forward the next 6 to 9 months.
Oh fuck yeah, Bill.
Yeah, I understand this, my man. I don't envy you, but I'm here for you.
Yeah.
As a friend and someone who just went through that. Fuck, it was 2.5 years ago when we finally settled ours, and it's ugly, man. It sucks.
Well, it's not even about any of that. It's just me personally. I'm at a place in life now where I know what I want, and there's just certain things where timelines have been put up that it's just legalities. Certain things you just can't just go out and do. You have to do it a set way. And there's still some unleft resolutions in the background. Not anything bad or anything. It's just some loose ends that need to be tied up, and then I can enter my hermit phase, get the fuck on with my life, right? So that's all I'm waiting for. I'm just on a treadmill right now, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, Steph.
And like growing is so therapeutic for me, and like this community and this culture is great. It's like, is a blessing. It's just I don't know. I think that I got to concentrate in other areas of my life, and I don't know how much room it's going to leave for everything. You know what I mean? So
it's fair enough.
You don't want to burn your candles at all ends all the time, and be all
Dude, I fully understand time management, and not like I've been saying for a lot longer than I've known you that I really wish there's an extra 10 hours in each day to be able to get shit done that needs to be done. And even then, I question if I would still be fully caught up all the time. It just, so I get it.
Mm. Yeah, I gotta buy myself a new house. That's my next mission. That's what I got my little horse blinders set on, right?
Yep.
A mark only home where I don't have to worry about no shit. So that's gonna take a bit in today's economy, man. They're fucking $500,000 for a starter home now, and I have no credit, so we ain't getting this fucking house tomorrow. That's for sure. I'll be 50 years old by the time I own my own home again.
Tall feet for me. I thought that owning a house and we'd never even been late on a mortgage payment, as far as I know. Right, my deal with the ex was I'll go to work and make the fucking money and do what needs to be done. You just make sure the bills are paid and all that shit, right? And that was kind of the way of it. And to the best of my knowledge, all of our joint bills and stuff like that were getting paid. But like my credit card and stuff like that was not.
No, I'm 100%
shit like that with not being in charge of my own banking and my own stuff like that. That's what fucked me. And I'm trying to rebuild on that and a few other things.
I'm 100% responsible for everything that happened. My ex, I love her to death. Nothing wrong with that woman at all. She's one of the best humans on the planet that I know of. We just didn't get along, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not about to dwell on it, right? I hang around where I'm appreciated, and I don't beg for acceptance or anything like that. Like that's don't ever go down that road, folks. Know your worth. So I've just moved on and have no use for somebody of that capacity in my life. Like, you know what I mean? We had such a wonderful time together, but it's over now. So I don't want to drag you down any farther. I don't want you to drag me down any farther. Let's just do our thing and go on our way and enjoy life as it's meant to be. And I love you. Take care. Have a great one. That's it. That's the piece right there. But like I said, sitting on a treadmill is like, fuck, man. We'll just fucking hurry the fuck up. Because I don't care about and I have zero care about money or possessions or anything like that. I thought I did, but I really don't. So it's like, I wish I can't, but I wish I could just give up the home. Just be like, just take it all. And so don't talk. Just that, take it all. It's all yours. But it doesn't work that way. So we got to go through all the bullshit, right? All the bullshit. Which sucks because, you got two good people and there's a great life there to be had, but when it's over, it's over, right? You got to know when to fucking walk away. But anyways, enough of this bullshit. Let's talk about something else.
What do you want to talk about? Cheers, Galaxy.
I don't know, man.
Cheers, dude.
I've been having quite the day. That's kind of why I'm dwelling on it, I guess.
It's all good, man.
But yeah. Other than that, plants are looking good though. My Monstera is not. I think I overwatered it and maybe got a root rotted. Pot's kind of heavy and the plant's yellowy and kind of curling edges and doesn't look nice, that's for sure.
I got my my investment dogs that I want to say are about week 9, but they don't seem as far along as they typically have been at week 9. Cheers, Ty. Cheers, local grow. Which is, so I'm not sure. Now, these are also two plants that I didn't mark on my calendar for it's been a long time since I've made this mistake where I have two kind of foolproof things that not fail safes that I try and put in place on my plants. So I do masking tape on my pots and mark what strain is on there, and I'll leave a piece on the end there so I can mark the date that I flipped it when I put it into the bloom tent. and I didn't do that. And then I also have a calendar that I always mark that stuff on so I can just look at it and have everything in front of me without having to go into my tents and look around. And I didn't put them on there either. 2 plants flipped on the same day. I thought they were a week ahead of the plant that a grapple cat that I flipped. That, I think it's at week 8 right now. So I figured those ones are week 9, but it's like they don't look like that or look like they're that close to done. So I'm wondering. So I'll just keep throwing them and keep paying attention with the scope. It's not a big deal. It's just one of those. It's funny to me because, like I said, like it goes, you don't write something down, you think you got it mentally or whatever, what the mistake may be. You're like, oh, yeah, I'll get that. And like, no, I don't actually know. Because to be honest, they look like they could be week 7 right now. Well, that means they've looked like week 7 for about 2 or 3 weeks in a row. What the fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna know what to do when I flower plants again. Like, I'm just kind of scared to even go through with it. Just not in. You know what I mean? Not in it. Kind of feel like fuck, set myself up for failure. Got to be on point, man. Just don't really feel like breeding a tent full of fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Got a guy locally who's got a closed loop system who's talking to me there the other day, so see what that all entails. Probably a bunch of fucking hot air like everyone else fucking spouts, but
You're like, dude, like imagine if you could have hooked up with that dude around the time you harvested your outdoor.
well, that's it. It's still all tagged and bagged and ready to rock, so I'm trying to convince him to fucking take it and do something with it and just give me some. But like I said, it's probably a bunch of fucking hot air like everyone else spouts, right?
Yeah.
I've pretty well lost faith in anybody. Like, no offense to fucking anybody. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but like, fucking humanity's let me down lately. Just even companies and shit. Like, I'm phoning service stations closed when they say they're open. No one ain't returning calls. Insurance companies losing my contact information. Like, this is like day after day after day, right? I'm just like, holy fuck. Like, just done with it all, man. Yeah, like when large corporations and shit can't even return your phone calls and stuff. You just seems like you're fucking hitting your head on a brick wall every day.
They don't have to. They're a large corporation.
Yeah,
it sucks to say, man. I'm not trying to kick you while you're down or anything like that. But that seems to be the reality of the world we live in. They're bigger than you, so they don't, and they know it, so they don't have to. It disgusts me. It hurts to fucking see a brother down.
Just all a bunch of dumb shit, man. All the fun parts of life.
Somebody needs to take this man to a concert. Please God, if there's anybody nearby, just fucking figure out, drag his ass to Toronto if you have to, and make him have a good time.
No, I just need to. I need to sell this house. I think is what I need to do. Because there's a connection in this house, right, and that needs to be gone. So I need to sell this and get my own place and shed myself of the past.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, the old in with the new.
Something's got to change.
Yeah, we could do that, Stiff.
Yeah, dab it up, folks.
Here's J. Patrick. You guys, it's you.
What's with this blueberry croissant thing? Am I missing, like, is this a movie reference or something? Because I don't watch movies at all. So
No idea what you're talking about.
I don't know. Mm. I love the support, though. Thanks.
Cheers, grapes.
Yeah, don't get it. Did Jesse you bake some croissants the other day, Jeffro? Is that all it is? Oh, and the press. I don't know if I told you guys. Press is no longer. Press has been sold. G-Bay no longer has a press. Rosin and me are no longer together. She gone. It's funny because I went to this older clean cut guy that was going to use it for pressing bearings for boat motors and shit. It's all slapped up with weed should taste good stickers and stuff. There you go, buddy.
Hopefully he gets good use out of it.
Well, that's I said. It's never done shop work. This thing's never pushed anything hard. The only thing that everything ever did was press rosin. So he'll get a good use out of it. Press don't need that thing. No, everything's getting liquidated. Everything's for sale, man. Everything I own, other than like three pairs of clothes. That's all I want to keep. So if anyone's near my area and wants any of my stuff, get a hold of me. Waiting for the fucking snow to melt. May comes, I guess May. Well, there's a date in May that you can have you have yard sales. Get that going. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do with the yard this year. Like the yard that's got all the wood chips and the raised beds and stuff. Like my side of the garden, side of the yard. I don't know what I'm gonna do with there this year. Like it's kind of a hard decision. I guess I got to rip everything up. Well, it's
value.
Well, no, it's kind of like falling apart. Like it's not really aesthetic. It was more of just an actual gardener's garden. It wasn't too pretty. So I'm just worried. I got to figure that out. If I just pepper all the beds with flowers, it might not be too bad.
That's what I would do if you're not worried about it. If you're already freaking kind of jammed up for time and shit like that, giving yourself more fucking work that is.
My plan, honestly, was to take the backyard and empty every single anything out of there. Like I'm talking nothing left at all. Fence posts and everything gone. And then just come in with the skid steer and grade it. Done. Flat yard. Just annihilate everything. Slap her down to the ground. Because like selling it, I'm not looking for curb appeal or anything. I'm just, I guess what you'd call like clean slate. I don't want to put in any landscaping. I'm not trying to push the sale or gain any dollar value. I just want it to not be on the market. So honestly, I just want to list it low and get it gone and be done with it. Which in today's market, that'd be a guaranteed way to sell. You know what I mean? List low, boom, gone the next day. Out of my hair. Probably the worst financial decision I ever made was buying this house. By far. There's some other smaller ones that have been real bad decisions. But this one takes the cake for sure.
Cheers, Art. I couldn't find the mute button. Felt my nose tickling there. I was like, oh God, quick, get to it.
It is what it is.
Like G-Bay's doing dabs. I'll do one here in a minute after about the smoke.
Ooh, that's good stuff. That's that garlic rosin. It's fucking been. It's some nasty looking shit, but does it ever work well? It's like
Yeah.
it is some yellowy, goldy, goopy shit. It works well. It's gonna shut me down. I probably shouldn't even smoke that for a while.
So I've been yakking about this one for fucking months, but Bachman Turner Overdrive are playing in my hometown in just under 2 weeks. And which actually I won't be here for the Tuesday night toke, not next week, but the following one. Or not this week coming, but the following one, because this is where I'll be going. But it's in my hometown, and I was hoping to be able to bring my parents to that, right? Because like I'm a huge fan. My mom, dad, they both like them and stuff like that. Bring my daughter, so I was like, had this thing 3 generations, be fucking awesome. And then after talking and stuff like that, my stepdaughter from the previous marriage, she's coming now too because she wants to go see a show, and this will probably be a good show where she'll know more songs than she realizes. At least, okay, cool. Coming, and the old lady was not going to be able to make it because she's driving her daughter back to school in Hinton there that weekend. I was like, if you guys are planning on coming back that day anyways, why don't you come back a different route, which would take you to Prince George, where we will be. And then after that, she's like, okay, well, now Ashley and her mom are coming. So that's like, what, 7 of us now? I think at my last count. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is one of the biggest crowds I've gone to a show with in a long time now. And certainly the biggest as a family. And then we start talking a little bit more. Now the father-in-law also wants to come. So that's 8. And then he mentions it to his brother who lives up in Prince George as well. Now his brother and his old lady want to come. So it's 10 of us that are going. And hopefully more. Anyone in the Prince George area wants to go see a BTO concert. Let's do it. Like, it'll be fun.
Yeah, that would be all right, 10 people in.
Yeah. You know me, I'll get excited for just 2 of us, but yeah, that'll be cool. I really want to get like a 3 generation picture with like, you know, my parents and my daughter and I, but also another one of like my dad, my daughter, and my mom, she likes music, but was never really a music fan per se. Whereas like me and my dad can go in the basement, put on some vinyl records, and sit there and just talk music all night long. And I don't know that my daughter's that hooked on music necessarily, but you know what? She's been to more shows than most adults I know. So at this point, so it's she just gets included into the club. But I really want that picture. That would be a huge one for me. So I'm excited for that. Maybe we should all get the same freaking shirt.
There you go.
We go all like super douchey tourists, get all like 10 of us, or hopefully 30 of us by the time the show rolls around, and have like all of us standing there in the same exact t-shirt. That'd be freaking.
It'll be all right.
Nice. Hell yeah. Like this.
Yeah, it's been. I haven't been pumped up to go to a show in like a while, man. I don't know. Gotta get that spark again.
I think it gets to be one of those things, like a lot of things that we really enjoy in life. But once you haven't done it in a minute and your life focuses take you in other directions and stuff like that, and then you kind of forget about how much you enjoyed it, right? Like fishing is a perfect example. I haven't been doing real fishing in years at this point. I can't even. I'm not sure how many it's been. Multiple for sure. I don't even think I put together a fishing rod last year. And there's been other times in my life it's been similar like that, and you're kind of like, yeah, fishing. But the second you feel that first strike on the rod, you're just, oh yeah, baby, yeah, you know, and it's just like, and I feel like it's, you know, similar kind of thing with concerts, like you said, or anything else in life that you haven't done in a hot minute. You just kind of lose a spark for it. We can come back fast.
Oh man.
That actually sounds like it would have been a good time, Flower Girl. Oh yeah.
Missed it.
Right up my alley. Throughout my 20s and most of my 30s, I became a really big collector of concert DVDs. I didn't ever really get to go to many concerts, really, up until like recently, really. And so I kind of had to live vicariously through concert DVDs and end up with a really good collection of them. And yeah, there's some good shit in there that you can't even find on the internet. The Life of Agony, River Runs Again, live DVD, one of my absolute favorites. Far different than Pink Floyd, but I just actually saw a meme today where it was the shot of the conversation with someone and their dad is like, "Oi, turn the bathroom light off." I'm watching Pink Floyd, or listening to Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, and you're ruining the mood or something like that. And then it's just like, hey, I'm in here taking a shit. Or I lost it already. I'm too high to remember. I just forgot.
Get the point.
Typical when you fucking like try and tell someone else's joke, though, right? You just fucking butcher it. Fucking the original teller just be like, oh, hang their head.
Shit, my Pink Floyd experience.
Yeah. Cheers, K5.
Yeah, good listening. I don't mind it. I don't really know what music I like anymore.
I like lots. Like lots. Definitely lean towards the metal side of things, but there's so much shit out there that I like and interest. Oh, here's another one. Billy Strings is going to Vancouver. Just announced August 19th and 20th, I believe it is. But that's a really busy time for us, and I'm just like, it's in the middle of a week, and I'm just like, okay. Now, I pulled shit like this off before. It's just we just gotta kind of get through spring and summer and a few other things in life that come up first. But I'm looking at that and being like, I've got to be able to get down for at least one of those nights.
Yeah. Concert in Vancouver. You know, it's far away. Yeah, it's pricey to fly to Vancouver, man. It's like $1,000.
Flair, you can do it for.
Yeah.
That's where we're looking at to try and get to Toronto in September if I can pull it off. It's less than $1,000 for the two of us. Like,
Okay, South Africa.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I flew with to Vancouver, to Winnipeg just the other day.
yeah, no, there because when I was looking at for last year to try and get out for Booth Camp North, I was looking at like WestJet, Air Canada, and stuff like that, and everything right around there is in about the price tag that you're talking about. From there, then I was looking at Flair. It was like, okay, well now that's reasonable. It's just am I able to get the time off? And I've been told no because I got the weekend before booked off and a couple days around that because we got to go to Alberta to bring the stepdaughter back for school. And yeah, it's how work could be about shit like that.
Oh, geez, lining up for corn.
Dude, they're coming to Vancouver and Edmonton, and I'm looking at probably the Edmonton show. Because I think that's on a Sunday, if I recall. The old lady gets Sundays off. I will drive to Hinton Saturday night as soon as she gets off work, get there at like midnight, go to sleep, freaking wake up, go to Edmonton the next day. Hell yeah. I'm excited for that. You know what? I'm even kind of more excited about that one, though, Jay. I might be more excited to see Gojira than Korn on that tour. I think either way, it's going to be phenomenal. Britt Floyd I've heard a lot of really good things about them laid back dad. I've heard that they are pretty much with the huge stage presentation, like light shows and all that. I've heard that they are actually kind of the closest thing to Pink Floyd that you'll ever see.
Yeah, there's some good tributes up there.
They've come to Vancouver a few times, and I just haven't been able to make it, but I would love to go see something like that. Basically, like world's greatest Pink Floyd cover band. Fuck yeah! Like, how can that be bad?
Yeah, we did an ACDC tribute band one night, Hell's Bells or something they're called. Fuck, they were good though.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, like you were looking at them. Or...
There's one called BCDC out here in BC, if you haven't guessed yet, but they were really good. The Bon Scott era stuff, the guy completely knocked it out of the park. The Brian Johnson era stuff, not quite as good, but man, you listen to a band play ACDC, like you're having a good time.
And it's when you're a few drinks in, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I'd like to go see some shows where it actually is more kind of visual orientated. Yes, you're listening to amazing music, like for Pink Floyd, for example, there, but you're there more to see the visuals of the whole show. Tool was a really good example. That was a great show, and I almost wonder if it would have been better if you were back in the stands and could see stuff from up a little bit farther than on the crowd, because the crowd wasn't allowed to move. We're all penned in like this in little fucking seat areas where the back seats wouldn't even fold up, so that you got your chair stuck in hitting you in the back of the knees, and your knees are bouncing off the fucking chair in front of you, sort of thing. It's a pain in the ass. But to get up and just watch that, maybe get like overly high. I'm a pussy and wouldn't do mushrooms or anything like that out in public like that. I would be worried about freaking out or something like that. Like in that movie Knocked Up, I think it was, where they eat the mushrooms and go see Cirque du Soleil when they're in Vegas. Oh my God, the mushrooms are turning, and then they fuck off out of there. I fear that.
Yeah, I don't do well on mushrooms in public. Do you? Not for this guy.
Ozone Rangers, hey, big word. That sounds cool. Cover band. ZZ Top is coming through one of the 4 or 5 towns that we typically go see shows in here. I think it's June. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. It's one that I would love to go see, but I've seen them before. It won't be the end of the world if we don't see them this time around. wow, Black Sabbath with Van Halen opening up in '78. That would have been like when they were first fucking coming out. That would have been
Right.
Power Girl. My old man grew up in Vancouver through his high school years, and so like he got to see like the Led Zeppelin 4 tour, the Dark Side of the Moon tour, the Queen's Night at the Opera tour, and he says that Led Zeppelin, when they were first coming out, first I saw that was one of the most powerful performance, just like for energy and loudness and all that stuff when you combine it all. So that was the most powerful show he's ever seen. And then now I'll try and talk concerts with him. Now I've seen fucking, lots. And he tries to like, oh yeah, but back in my day type shit. That's just like geriatrical fuck.
Yeah, no, those fucking walls of speakers they set up and shit nowadays.
Well, and the video screens and all the stuff that they can do now, the lasers and shit that they could do that. Hey, Kingfisher, hope you're doing well, brother.
What up, King? Yeah, like the Metallica concert I went to, like the drummer was spinning around in the back and shit, and it's like fucking fireworks shooting up everywhere.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. I just saw a thing a week or two ago where the band Disturbed did a show in whatever arena the Chicago Bulls playing. And apparently the pyrotechnics fucked up the championship banners from the years Michael Jordan played there. I think it was hot enough because you think about it, that's like probably plasticky kind of fabric, right? So it'd probably do the heat and shrink.
Shit.
Yeah. Good God, Rolling Smoke. That's a fucking killer show. What the hell? Everybody in live chat seen Van Halen and Black Sabbath except me. Like, I remember Sabbath's final tour. I had floor tickets to their final show in Edmonton. And we get there, check into our hotel. We're in our meet up with some friends from my hometown. And we're on our way to the venue, and we hear over the radio that Ozzy's got the sniffles, so the show's been postponed. So we make the best of it, rent a fucking limo, and go partying around in Edmonton for all the night, doing all sorts of chaos. And the last thing I remember is my buddy Travis. He's a big dude. He's like a gentle giant. Like, you've really gotta fucking do some shit to piss him off, right? And he's fucking just losing it on this guy inside the limo, trying to fight him when they get out. It's, buddy runs off or whatever. It's like, holy shit. And then by the time that night we decided we were going to go see Cannibal Corpse show in Vancouver, because since we're missing out on this, let's arrange to get together for a different show. And we got tickets for that. And by the time they re-announced the new date for the show that had just been postponed to Black Sabbath, it was like 3 weeks later, sorry. And I wasn't able to get the time off for work. So I was like, well, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, there's the lineup for you. Slipknot, Mudvayne, and Danzig on Halloween.
That would be good.
Yeah. Just with the Halloween vibes, too.
Yeah, those are some good lineups. Galaxy, Sir Hunt a lot. Fuck yeah. I'd like to see it. Oh, actually, here's quite by coincidence. So I'm wearing a Dead Kennedy shirt. And I just read something, I think it was yesterday, that Jello Biafra's getting back together with them and doing tours. So that's interesting as hell. Shit. See,
A lot of these bands you're talking about, I can just smell the air at those concerts. concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Leather and weed.
I see Weed Nerds Catch Jimmy on here. Makes me think of on our way home from work today, we passed a minivan that was like all painted out with Jimi Hendrix stuff on it. Had a picture of him on the backside, on the driver's side, saying like Foxy Lady. It's all painted like pastel kind of colors and stuff, like oranges and greens and yellows and shit. And other stuff on the other side was pretty cool. They probably get pulled over by the cops lots. Gee, what are the odds of these people are driving under the influence of something? That's why I always wanted to have like a really cool van. Like you guys have been hearing me talking about wanting to get into the van life thing for a while, and just life fucking comes first, I guess. But I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to have like, you know, like those 8 murals you used to see on vans in like the 80s and shit. They'd get like airbrushed on and stuff like that. It'd be cool to have something like that. But then I hear heat score, like if there's only one of your vehicle like it. So if you do something bad and somebody sees you do something bad, you know, they know where to find you. You're the only person with that vehicle. So I'm quite happy to drive my little soccer mom car where there's a million like it, a little red Chevy Equinox, right? It's
Yeah, we got the...
I would not have bought that car if it was me, if I was the one buying it, right? My ex-wife bought it when we were married. But now that I've got it, I thought I got that car. Like, it's, yeah, it fucking rocks. For what it is, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was getting mine safety today, so fucking shit's expensive, eh? Well, I guess like last time I really safetied a car legitimately was 20 years ago, so it would have been a lot cheaper, yeah, I guess. But got to do brakes all around on it. Ooh.
I did brakes on mine. What's that? Shit, that was longer ago than I realized. Oh, okay, so I made, but anyway, so at the time when I did them, so I was like, oh, they're getting low, so we're fucking on the backside there, and so I was like, trade those because we're going on a long road trip, so take the tires off, shit like that, and we're kind of in a hurry because we got to get moving where we're at, and I could not get the fucking bolts holding the fucking the rotors on. Or you couldn't get crack those with the tools I had. And so I was like, okay, well, the rotors are actually fine. We'll fuck around the second set of brake pads I've ever touched them on there, do what they can. So I've already got those set of rotors for when the next one's for fucking.
Yeah, I will never not put something behind the rotor to the hub to like. I've had them where there was just seized right on the rest of the rail. Like just smashing with a sledgehammer to get them. That's rough, man. Can't be good for all the other components. But moving from a truck to a small car, parts wise, is quite a value. Like fucking to do the whole couple $100 to do the whole car. That'd be one corner of the truck.
Yep. Yeah, I like cars, man. Is yours a hatchback?
No, 4-door.
Yeah, I'd be friggin' perfect for a guy like you that likes adventures. Fold the seats down, friggin' now you got your bed, friggin' hit the road and go.
Now that's what the motorcycle's for, that with the little tent stuff.
Yeah. Was it good on gas coming back?
Yeah, 30-something miles per gallon.
Oh, shit, you can't talk to me like that. I just get confused.
I'm
like, mine's like, I equate mine to like how many friggin' hours driving down the highway do I get per tank? So I'm bad with numbers. Like
7.6 liters per 100 kilometers. something like that.
No comprende, homie.
I give it
That
to
sounds
you.
good. That sounds good.
It sounds good. It's fairly decent.
I get like, for example, like I get like 5.5, 6 hours, about 5.5 hours per tank of gas on my car. That's how I look at it. Highway
Yes, what Jay Patrick said about that stuff. That's what you need. I don't think you're supposed to use it like on the brake moving parts, but definitely put that shit behind the rotor. Because yeah, I've had them stuck before. I've also had a rim. A good idea. I don't know what. I'm not a mechanic, but anyone in chat, please speak up. What is like maybe just globs of grease between the rim and the rotor? I've had a rim stuck before. It fucking sucks. Wasn't so much on like a rotor, but like the drum brake. Oh yeah, just smashed the fucking thing. Sucks.
It's pretty good.
Not really looking forward to it, but hey, whatever, man. It's nice to save yourself a buck or two. I'm sure it wouldn't be cheap to have your whole brake system replaced underneath. Got to think at least $100 per corner, at least minimum. Parts are 300 though, so I got 2 calipers, 4 rotors, 4 sets of pads. I think I did all right.
Yeah, it sounds good. There's a few years ago where I knew a guy that worked at one of the auto parts places in town, and I was this was like 2 cars ago kind of thing, and fuck, I was getting cheap fucking brakes from him. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like,
Place we what is it? Just Rock Auto or there's Parts Avatar or Rock Auto or something. As cheap as you can be. It's always usually free shipping. Like some the rear rotors were only $19 a piece. The fronts were only I think 25 or 27 a piece. I wasn't. We're not talking Brembo brakes here, Kia Forte, fucking Lexus. But I'm not the best mechanic, but I can do it.
yeah, I'm not a great mechanic. I'm decent with smaller engines and stuff like that. Honestly, never really tried much car repair stuff because I've just never really had to. Friggin' kind of lucky that way. I've known that my like car knowledge is pretty weak though, so I've always gone out of my way to make sure I've got pretty reliable vehicles though, because it's always been a bit of an anxiety point in me for get stranded on the side of the road somewhere.
Yeah, turning and learning. That's about the level of my skills too.
Yeah.
I'll fucking figure it out. It's not too often I walk away and the job's not. Well, let's not say it's not done. Okay. There's not many jobs that I leave unfinished. It may take a while and it may, get some swear words out of me and stuff, but by the end, if I decide to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm not good with carpentry though. That's why I don't even start. Like my house, my poor house, because I'm not a carpenter. It's like we lived in it for 9 years. Not that we really did any damage to it or anything, but like a lot of the stuff was just old and shitty. Like there's some drywall in the one room that was only half finished basement. It was kind of cracking at the seams and all that, right? So it's like rip that down and this and that. But now it's at the point where it's like, okay, it needs an overhaul. Good, at least a good 10 to 20 grand thrown at it to repaint and drywall and fix up some shit and this and that. It's like, Ugh. When you're not confident in your abilities, it's like you don't want to fucking do that shit, man. Throw all that money away. Yeah.
I hear that.
But,
fully understand. It
we'll
looks like
get,
it's about that time, though.
we did it.
Yeah.
Knocked an hour out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's time to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for jumping in here and hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. On your way out the door. Yeah. And
Noob. I'm gonna go move into noob.
cheers, Mr. Green Fingers.
Oh fuck! There weren't the kids involved, brother. I'd be on the move. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey everyone. I guess we're out here, and we'll see you all Sunday morning. Yeah, Thursday,
Sunday.
Talk to you all later. Have a great night, everyone. Great weekend.